Hey folks, Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin. I got another rapid fire episode, and basically this one might be kind of quick with the exception of one little rant. I want to talk briefly about Swagger requesting his WWE release. I know it's from a few days ago. Honestly, they weren't doing anything with him. I guess his contract's coming up soon, possibly. If they don't want to release him and want to use him on dates like house shows and stuff like that, maybe even in the Battle Royal at Mania, I'd understand he'd get a payoff. But he's 34 years old. I think he'll be 35 this year. I think actually he's going to be 35 in March. He's still got enough years left. He could go to Ring of Honor. He could do well in the Indies and get a good price. He's a good wrestler. He's not a great talker. Japan, I think, could really benefit from his style. Of course, he could turn up in Impact Wrestling, but the question is do you want to push a 35-year-old guy that, unless you want to bring Dutch Mantel back on TV and have him be his manager, or have somebody be his manager, you're not going to get a very effective talker. So who knows? Hopefully he finds work. Seems like a good guy, but he also did shoot himself in the foot with that weed bust back in 2013, right when he was starting to get a monster push after being off TV for a while. So, I don't know. Hopefully Swagger can find some good work. Now, I'm going to dive right into the whole TNA thing. I watched some clips and part of the episode from last night on YouTube, as I was too tired to watch Impact on Poppin'. The way I can't stand Josh Matthews' commentary, so I'm actually going to start with that. He might be getting phased out of commentary. The whole confrontation with Borash on TV, which I'm all for Borash being on commentary. He's had years in the business also, in fact, more years than Josh Matthews, because I believe Borash was in WCW for at least a period before they shut down, and he's been with TNA since the beginning, as far as I know. And I know the whole TNA brand is dead, Impact Wrestling is what it is now, but Josh Matthews being off commentary would be the best move. Pope is having to cover for him, and the fact that he's a more over-the-top heel than Michael Cole was in 2010 to 2012, until Jerry Lawler has a heart attack, which thankfully Jerry Lawler's okay. But Josh Matthews being on commentary would be the best call. There are rumors flying around about JR possibly being brought in, which I'm all for it because he's an established name, but I don't know. I love JR, but I don't know how much he'd want to commit to that and how much are they willing to spend to get him, because JR would have a fairly hefty asking price. It might be $250,000 at least, if not more. And I'm not saying JR is greedy, but with all the years and all the great matches that he's called and all the years that he's put in the business, he's going to command a pretty hefty asking price. Is he still doing stuff for WCPW? He's doing occasional. I think he's doing the English commentary still for New Japan Pro Wrestling, if I'm right. So he's a busy man. He's got his own one-man show, so Impact would have to probably offer him some pretty big money. But hopefully Josh Matthews is off commentary, because that would actually get it to where I could watch more of the current product. And I want to make this clear, this shirt, TNA since 2002. I have wanted TNA to succeed since the very beginning. Now, I wasn't able to start watching until sometime in 2003, but I went back and watched the stuff from 2002. And it's great stuff. The company grew and grew, and yeah, they had some potholes and some talents where you're just like, really? They brought that guy in? Like New Jack, Sandman. Shit workers. But, from there they've grown and they've done well. Now, yeah, they've had a lot of potholes and they've had a lot of issues and they almost got shut down a few times last year, and thankfully they didn't. As much as I thought it was going to happen, I was glad it didn't happen, because more brands mean more of a chance more wrestling brands mean more chances for talents to succeed. But again, Josh Matthews off commentary, great. The TNA name dead. Long live Impact Wrestling. Love the new logo. It gets rid of the giant, owl, anthem, bird, whatever the hell it is. And it gives them some name identity. It gives them a fresh coat of paint. And the stage looked pretty cool from what I saw. I liked it. I like the tunnel thing that they used to have, though. The two tunnels, where they had one tunnel at the end, and one tunnel at the other end. You had the people come down. That was back years and years ago. But I like the stage, fresh coat of paint. I like it. I think it's a very good thing for TNA. or Impact Wrestling. Sorry, that's going to take a bit for me to get used to. And by the way, I want to make this clear. If you don't want to hear spoilers, and I'm telling you right now, it was 5 minutes in. I'm going to go quickly through some spoilers. You don't want to hear any spoilers. Do not listen to the next few minutes. I mean, if you don't care, the vast majority don't care. Most of them have seen them on the internet anyway. But there are some friends of mine, wrestling fans, that do not like spoilers. So please do not watch this. Or if you do, please don't get mad at me because I just warned you. So anyway, spoilers. Okay. I mean, thank you for watching anyway. So this was, I mean, this isn't necessarily a spoiler, but I guess this was the last Impact on Pop taping from January, because they did a bunch of tapings in January. So it was the last one to feature Drew, Jade, and the Hardys, which is a shame. I mean, the Hardys, I understood. I mean, all that negotiation. I mean, I don't blame them. If they didn't want to give him creative control, fine, cool. Drew hurts a little bit because he's pretty youthful, and Jade is only 27. I mean, she's done pretty well in the company. Like, you know, despite the dollhouse gimmick being shit. She's done very well, and she's a very good wrestler. And she was evolving her character. So hopefully she gets some more chances on other brands. But, so again, spoilers. ODB returned, which, cool, okay, fine. I didn't hate ODB, but I don't know about her character, but cool. All right, if she provides a spark in the Knockouts division and rebuilding it, cool, she's an established name. Rachel Ellering, I guess, showed up, which, all right, I mean, I'm a little disappointed that WWE, well, NXT didn't sign her, but hopefully she can get out and establish her own name. I mean, since her dad's in NXT, maybe she wanted to get out and do her own thing. Maybe NXT didn't make her an offer. Good luck to her. What little bit I saw, I think she's got a lot of promise. And I guess Magnus is apparently going to show up in the Impact Zone during some of these tapings. Cool. And Magnus is part of that GFW, that brand that could be co-branded with Impact. In fact, I think it would be a good idea because I don't even know what shows they run anymore. There was all that hype about that other Jarrett promotion, and other than a little TNA and, or, you know, Impact Invasion angle that they did a couple years ago. That's been about the only exposure they've really gotten on US TV. But anyway, those few showed up. I didn't hear about anybody else, but it depends on what reports you believe. And then, so now this is where the rant might get a bit big. So, I mean, I've done pretty well getting through this, but this is where the rant might get big. Del Rio debuted. Okay, people knew about that. But apparently he beat Lashley in a match to win the TNA Championship, the Impact Championship. I think they're going to change the name. Hopefully they do. Impact Wrestling Championship, the Impact Champion. I mean, I'm not really sure what they could call it, but any name would be better than TNA. Because the TNA brand's been damaged since about 2010 on. One could argue even before that. But Del Rio debuted and beat Lashley, and he was a champion. And apparently there were a couple of ref bumps and a disputed finish. Like, did Del Rio really win? Was this, you know, what happened? Whatever. But Del Rio, right now, as of now, is a champion. So Anthem's whole idea, and everybody's idea, you know, that it seems to be, get rid of people that are, you know, WWE names, or at least, you know, long-term WWE names. Sign younger, cheaper talents, you know, that could give them that Anthem wants a degree of control over their bookings, and also wants a percentage of their, you know, I guess wants to pay them on a per day deal, and not a per show deal. So if they tape 3 shows in a day, they only get paid for the one day. That's kind of shit. That's not going to bring a lot of people in, because you could end up taping 5 shows in a day and they only get paid for one day, and they beat up their bodies like 5 times as much. That's not a good idea. That's a little bit of a tangent, though. I want to make it clear that I love Alberto Del Rio as an in-ring talent. I thought he was very good in WWE. He's been very good before that. He was very good in Lucha Underground when he left WWE in 2014 till about 2015. Del Rio's tremendously talented in the ring. Absolutely great to watch. The guy really gets it. He's fantastic talent, ego whatever aside and all that. He's a great talent. I don't understand this whole thing of giving the belt, a title, to a near 40-year-old guy. He's going to be 40 in May. Yes, Lashley was a champion. He's 42, but at least Lashley had a near year-long, tenure in TNA from 2009 to early 2010. It was more like 9 months. But he's been back with Impact Wrestling for, a couple years at least? That at least makes sense. He's more established with the audience. Like, yeah, the fans could pop and everything, and, Alberto El Patron is what he is, on his non-WWE name. So I'm probably going to, screw that up a little bit and still call him Del Rio at times. But Patron, the guy's still in really good shape, but he's near the end of his career. I mean, at near 40 years old, I don't know how much time he's got left. Like, plenty of wrestlers wrestle into their 50s, but with him, I would think that he would want to get his money and retire. He's got a family, and Paige, by the way, who was backstage at the tapings, if Impact cameras filmed her, they would have been sued out of existence because she's under contract to WWE. But this just isn't a way to focus on newer, younger talents. I mean, it's like, and it's a slap in the face to people like EC3 and others that have been working pretty hard and, carrying the TNA brand, and you just give it to Del Rio. Well, El Patron. That's just not a good idea. He may not have the title long. He may win the title. He may have won the title here from Lashley and then drops it in a month. Because of the disputed thing, and has to have a rematch, and Lashley wins it back, or somebody does. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. He has name recognition, and he's a great talent, but you should have built it for a bit instead of trying to pop a rating. And by the way, since it was taped anyway, and it's gonna, I guess, show up, if not this coming Thursday, it's going to show up, pretty soon after. So it just, to me, it's a short-sighted move, because you need to establish the brand. Okay, it's a new brand. TNA's dead. Impact Wrestling is here. But giving it to a guy that just debuted, that's not the best way to do things. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. And WWE's done it with a lot of people. They did with Santino Marella in 2007 when he debuted and beat Lashley with all the not Lashley, but Umaga for the IC title with all the goofy finishes in the world. And I mean, they're going to give Goldberg the title after not being, with the company for a long time. He's only had a couple matches since coming back. To me, I hope that they know what they're doing. I just worry that this was done with short-sightedness without building it. So, who knows? I mean, obviously he's going to be a heel, but that's just my opinion. I'm going to stick with it. I don't think it's the best idea, and this is coming from an Alberto El Patron fan. So anyway, that's what I gotta say. Do you agree? Disagree? Like, share, comment, subscribe. My Twitter link is in the description. And by the way, if you guys think that I'm not an Impact Wrestling fan, I am. I can't listen to Josh Matthews' horrible commentary. But if you want to get all upset, I don't care. I don't care. Because you guys need to find a new hobby. See ya.